Don't ever speak that name. I heard the gruff voice from 3 table lengths and 4 widths away across the dining hall. He was a man of olive complexion, and a dark translucent green on the parts of him wired with aged inorganics. Voices quieted in the immediate vicinity, and many turned to look before passively turning away. Those who still spoke, or still could speak, resumed their war tales and crude jokes in the immediate vicinity, combining with the buzz reverberating off the wide expanse densely packed with broken and rebuilt bodies. The air was thick with curling wisps of tobacco smoke, the neutral stench of soylent slop and the pungency of grease, grinding gears, and the eternal refining of ore. I felt the phantom ache of my metal toes curling as I broke a sweat on what was left of my organic skin. I was young at the time, hardly 50 if I could guess. I was still humble before the weary glares of those who were broken in, as they would say. I hunched in trepidation as the old crank rattled to his feet and made his way in my direction, hoping he was passing me by to refill his tray with slop. A harmless question, wasn't it? I thought to myself. 1 syllable I spoke, with an inquisitive tone. It is just a name, isn't it? The men around me were speaking of a tyrant of the old days, in vague terms, of course. They did not respond, ignoring me as passively as one might ignore a child's nuisance comment. The old crank rocked his heavy form in my direction. One organic eye was blinded by a milky white cataract. The other was a bright red camera light, as old bionic eyes used to be. Both were fixed in my direction. How old is he? I thought to myself as he drew near. All his components were dated. His organic skin had the appearance of paper crumpled and uncrumpled 1,000 times, and his body moved with the weight of old technology and countless years. I startled as his heavy bionic hand clasped my shoulder with fatherly grace. Don't ever speak that name. His voice was oily and metallic, but still more human than machine, and he spoke softly, with surprising compassion. Don't ever be curious. You will come to know all that you wish to as long as you wait. If you live as old as me, you will know all that you need to know. Time is your friend, my boy. Believe me. As he turned, I opened my mouth to speak, but fell silent at his most subtle flick of the wrist behind him as he continued on his way. He never turned around, and I never saw that face again. Bob, who was that? I asked the man, sitting shoulders glazing to my left.